Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today I will do the team reviews for viewers and we're gonna start with Discord. We had a lot of submissions, so let's get through it quickly. Now the first person is gonna be using GT as you can see here, and it's similar to me, so you don't have to do a lot of changes. I would say remove the red Goku if possible, and remove the Ray Shenron. I know a lot of people don't know how to use Ray Shenron, so do not use him because you need to strategize around him. So basically, you're gonna have the GT Vegeta here, and you're gonna have the EX Sin here as your Z tier. You're gonna have this guy as your A tier. You have the let's say you have Bula, and which is fine, and I would say the GT 17 is fine. You're gonna add another Z tier for your team at least. You can go to Z here for GT. You add either this two baby, the one that you have higher star. I would say if none of them is 7 star, you can keep that Super Saiyan Goku. If one of them is at least 7 star, I would say 9 star to be honest, but if at least one is 7, it could work. If not, just bring this Goku, that's fine. And in this spot, you can have any decent blast based GT unit. The LLs are really good, of course. So any of the LL apart from this Goku that I wouldn't advise in blast team would be nice. Even this guy, they can work, they have a good blast attack. And you use the highest star, so Dark Force, USG, Gogeta 4, Super 17, anyone that you have high star. If none of them is high star, or none of them is at least 7 star, I would say, don't use any. You can go back to the video I made, the GT1 from the teams video. You go to minute number 2 and you just listen to this, and I list some replacement. Now let's get to the next person, and it's gonna be Rose. He has Vegeta clan as always. He want to try the first team, but it's heavy blast, he's saying. I prefer the second team, but I guess you want to use Majin Vegeta. I think Lucy used them before and he didn't like him too much. What you can do is just take this Budio and put them in this team because they're really good. And you can switch out, for example, the EX Vegeta or something. But if you want high boost, I would use this team. You can also use the Budio instead if Evoken, if you wanted to. They will work well, but Evoken gets the HP buff and all. Maybe just remove Code Vegeta and put the Budio. Now let's get to the next team, and it's gonna be Hybrid. I mean, it's a great team, there isn't much changes. Maybe I'll just switch that Purple Trunks for Bula. After that, we're gonna have Fear. He has a Saiyan team, great Saiyan team. Have a C equip on everyone, please. Have this car equip on everyone. Stop using the other silver equip, they're not that good. Especially for your Bardock, Tora, the other Bardock, because they do not get HP. Well, Bardock get HP, but the 2Z tier, they do not have HP from Kakarot. After that, we're gonna have another hybrid team here. That EX Gohan is not Z tier. For a matter of fact, you need to remove this EX Gohan. He's not Z tier. You're probably gonna use that Trunks because he's if you have the Zenkai Trunks, you use him as a second Z tier. If you do not have him, maybe use this guy, he's decent as a Z tier, or this guy if you do not have the Gotenks. And that's basically it for Z tier. For your main team, let's say I would remove this Ultimate Gohan, he's way too low star. You're gonna replace him. I would advise a fast unit because there is the Butanks, and you might struggle a little bit if you do not have some fast unit. Maybe a fast green unit. This guy can work, he's gonna be faster than Butanks. You can also bring someone who isn't green but he does good damage. Let's see who you can bring. Maybe the Beast Gohans, if you have them high star, they're gonna work. This guy, he has a double defense ability. He has decent blast attack stats, so he's gonna work in a blast team. He can work as an option. Other than that, you can just bring TV. They're super good if they're high star. What else can you bring? Of course, the Blue Beast Gohan, even if he's strike based, and just let's say non LLs are good here. Fast one. I'm just looking for fast characters because you're gonna need the speed with versus the Butanks fight. And basically this guy, he's gonna be faster than Butanks, who is 2480 k recovery, and this guy is way faster than him, which is good, and he will do good damage. And you're gonna have double green that can attack him. I believe the Gohan is faster than him. Yeah, he is. So you will be good versus Butanks. And other than that, you can have this guy. Of course, he's pretty good in battle. Even if he's strike based, he will do very well, and he's fast enough. Just he's not blast based, that's the problem. And that's basically it for your team. Now let's get to the next person, and it's gonna be Louis here. So what I would say is remove the 2 EXs. I wouldn't use the 2 EXs. Let's switch to Louis. Let's say you're gonna Zenkai buff or you're gonna Zenkai the red cooler, you said, which is good. And you're gonna use this metal cooler. He's an S tier already. You're gonna use this green cooler. He's decent, he's not the worst. And you're gonna have the Ultra Frieza in your team, which is fine. Where is the Ultra Frieza? Gonna be here. And for your Z tier, you're gonna have the 2 Final Form Friezas, which is good. I think they're pretty low star for the red one, but he will be okay with your team. He's gonna get Zenkai buff, and he probably could get Zenkai buff 2 times. I wouldn't use the 2 EXs. Maybe use the red Frieza if you have him. He would be pretty good. You can use also the what's his name, the full power Frieza if you have him. He's gonna be decent, and first form Frieza is gonna be good. And also you have the Yellow Angel Frieza. Which one you have high star? I would recommend it. Yellow Angel Frieza, if he's above 9, he's gonna be the first one. Then after, I would say the red Frieza in A tier here is really good, and you're gonna have double Zenkai buff for red Louis, which is gonna be helpful for the EX. And if you do not have him, maybe use the full power Frieza, who is also very decent in battle. In this last spot, what you would do is have a healer. You do not have a healer for your team. It's basically this Frieza if you have him, but you have triple green or 4 green, so if you could have Revival Frieza as your healer, it's recommended. If you do not have Revival Frieza, maybe use this Green Angel Frieza, and you should be fine for this TOP season. This guy is also decent if you do not have anybody as a Z tier, but I would recommend the red Frieza and the Angel Frieza as the first picks. Now let's get to the next person, and it's gonna be Louis again. Don't use Towser as your Z tier, he's not good, and you're gonna need a cooler every time he's in battle, plus he's gonna get no Z ability, so it's gonna be very bad for him. So just remove the cooler, the Towser, not the cooler, and you're gonna be fine. If you just want a high boost unit, you can use the green cooler like the other guy here, and it's gonna be decent for you. You're gonna need a healer. You have one, which is good. I would advise the Revival Frieza if you have him, since you have this metal cooler, and since he's gonna Zenkai buff him. Plus you're gonna have a lot of green unit already if you're gonna use this guy. Now if you do not use this guy, probably have the green hair. And after that you can do the other guy. I wouldn't recommend the EX cooler too much. If you want to use him, okay, that's fine, but I'll probably use the red Zenkai cooler if you have him, since he's gonna be better for your EX here. And other than that, you're gonna have the red Frieza. You can do that, and it's basically the same advice as the other guy, just you can have this guy as an S tier if you wanted to, and you should be fine. You can have also full power Frieza if you wanted to for a Zenkai buff for the Yellow Angel Frieza. For the Z tier, I guess you can have this too as a Z tier. And Frieza Force, where is the Frieza Force guy? He's here. Basically 2 Z tier, you have 3 S tier, and you have 1 A tier, and you're gonna have 2 C tier, which is fine, and I think it's gonna be enough for this TOP season, and you should be fine for the top 1 cut. Now let's get to the next person, which is gonna be Fuji here. Okay, so remove this red Goku. He's pretty bad. Plus this Kakarot Goku is gonna HP buff your team, and he's gonna make your Z tier, who is not the greatest, tank a little bit since he's gonna have HP, and it's gonna be better for survival. You're gonna have 3 S tier since you have this Kaioken here in S. You have this Goku, the Fitku, and the Nappa. 3 S tier plus 1 Z tier is gonna be plenty for the 1k CC. And after that, you can fill with your characters here, the 2 greens. This guy is gonna be a pseudo healer, and you have this guy who is a HP buffer, so your team is gonna be pretty tanky. If you do not have him, your team is gonna take a lot of damage and you will get less point. And after that, you're gonna basically have the Daima Goku who is gonna go doing a lot of damage, and this is the Green Goku who is going to do a lot of damage. That's basically it for your team. Now let's get to the next person, and it's gonna be Bry. He's gonna use a Blast Movie team. Okay, so your team has a problem. It doesn't have enough blast attack Z ability. If you go here to Piccolo, defense Z ability, 1 blast attack, strike attack, not blast, again defense, and we're gonna have another blast attack, and that's basically it. Basically, you're gonna have 60% base blast attack Z ability, which is really bad if you are using a Blast Movie team. You're gonna try to fix it and add at least 2 more blast attack Z abilities. What you can do is use the Zenkai Frieza instead of the Red Beast Gohan. He's gonna give Movie blast attack Z abilities, and he's pretty good in battle. After that, we're probably gonna remove this Piccolo and put someone else who is gonna give us a blast attack Z ability. Your team is pretty slow and you do not have a fast green unit, so Butanks is gonna be a struggle for you. I would really recommend a fast green unit, even 2 if possible, or 1 fast green and 1 fast good unit that isn't red. Maybe you can remove this Broly even if he's really good. You can put, for example, this superhero Piccolo, which is gonna be probably in B tier here, and he's gonna be very good, very fast. He has a 25% key recovery, so you're gonna have another fast unit with a Gamma, and you're gonna be attacking Butanks with some good damage. After that, you're gonna need another fast unit, maybe the Super Gogeta. If you have him Zenkai, he's gonna work fine because he's faster than Butanks. If you have, for example, the God Goku, the LF God Goku, I would really advise the God Goku here, even if he's strike based. You're gonna have some blast attack Z abilities with the 3 characters here. It's gonna be around 90%. It's not the best, but it's a little bit better than before. And after that, if you do not have God Goku or Super Gogeta, maybe you can use, let's see, green hair. You can use the Amond, who is pretty good. He's here. If you have him, at least 9 star. If you do not have Amond, maybe you can use Gamma is not fast enough. Let's see, this guy is fast, I think. Yeah, pretty fast. He's gonna be a good add-up. And that's basically it. Have some good blast attack Z ability, have some good fast green unit. For the Z tier, your 2 Z tier are perfectly fine. We just gonna need some friendship, of course. Now let's get to the next person, and it's gonna be here Aang, but I think he's already played, so doesn't matter too much. For the team, just let's look at it. I would remove Towser. He's strike based. I would remove Turles. If you have 4 Z tier is fine. You can add the Gamma, the blue one, add an HP buffer like Roshi or Pan, and maybe remove 1 other Z tier like the green Frieza and add the green Cooler, but you already played, so it doesn't matter too much. Here is the same as the 2 people I talked about before. Add the healer, and I would remove Chilled. I would add probably someone else like the green Angel Frieza or something like that, or like Zenkai Full Power. And that's basically it. Now for regen here, for LLC, pretty decent regen team. I think you have the Z ability problem again. Let me see, how many do you have for blast attack? Let's see, double defense, defense, 1 blast attack, a 2nd blast attack, and 3rd blast attack. 3 blast attack. Maybe if you can switch out one of them for a better character. I wouldn't have the 3 free to play together. Maybe switch out this Cell for LL Piccolo if you if you have him, he's here. I think Cell is not S tier, right? Yeah, just the DKP. So maybe if you have Piccolo Jr., you can have him. If you have LL Piccolo, you can have him. You can also switch this guy for purple the Piccolo if you have him high star. He's gonna do more damage and he's gonna help you in the long run. And he's gonna give us also a blast attack Z ability. You can have this guy, the purple, plus the 3-2% if you wanted to. That's fine. I want more in depth about a high boost regen team on my video here, and you can go to regen and I talk about replacement and everything, and you can just scroll like this and listen to the explanation if you wanted to. We go over a different scenario and stuff. That's basically it for regen. Let's get to the next person and let's switch screen here. A dog with the hybrid. Let's see what he has. He doesn't want to use the glasses Gohan, and yeah, I would really advise to remove that Gohan, not because he's bad, but he's not blast based first of all, and second, you do not have any boost in your team at all outside the Z tier, and if one of them die or one of them is out, it's gonna be a big trouble for you. So you're probably gonna need at least an A tier if possible. Let me see hybrid if they have any good S tier. They do not really, so at least an A tier. You're gonna remove that glasses Gohan, and maybe you can use this guy. You're gonna have the green Gohan in C tier here. He's gonna Zenkai buff the other Gohan, so he's gonna have 2 Zenkai buffs. Plus he's gonna be green, he's gonna be good for Wu-Tangs, he's blast based, and he's gonna be decent in battle. If you do not have them Zenkai, maybe you can have this guy. He's not the best, but he's an A tier unit, he's a support unit, he's gonna super, and he's gonna heal himself pretty well. Plus he's gonna be a Son Farm character, and your healer, the blue Gohan, is gonna buff Son Farm, not a hybrid, so you need to remember that. He's gonna be in B tier, which is good. At least he's gonna give you a little bit of boost, and his Z ability is Son Farm, but he can heal hybrid, of course. Now let's build your team. You're gonna have in C tier the Pan, the Tag here, and we're gonna have the ultimate Gohan. You have a lot of defense ability, I guess. Yeah, Gohan is good. The green one is good because he's gonna give you a blast attack Z ability, and this guy is gonna give you a blast attack Z ability, and this guy is gonna buff hybrid Saiyan blast attack, which is good. I guess it's a good team. Just switch out the hybrid, the glasses Gohan for someone else. I would advise this guy since he's green and you get 2 times Zenkai buff. If not, you probably can use the this guy. He's gonna be fine. If you have nobody, maybe use this guy, and he's gonna be okay. Just he's not gonna buff this tag Vegeta and Trunks, and they do not get buffed from this guy, so which is annoying, but it's gonna be fine. Now let's get to the next team, and it's gonna be here with Soup, and he's having a blast movie team or an LOE team. Let's see. I would use the LOE team, just switch the Mecha Frieza. I wouldn't really use the Mecha Frieza, he's not that good. Maybe if you can use let's see, LOE. The Z tier are fine, I think. Let's say you have this guy. Maybe if you can use this guy, if he's Zenkai, he will be fine with the 2 times Zenkai buffs. And if you do not have him, let's see what you have in A tier. This guy is fine, but you have 2 green, which is annoying. If you have the new Metal Cooler, he's gonna work fine. If you have the Zenkai full power, he's gonna work fine. This guy is gonna work fine. Ultra Frieza, if you have him, and this full power, this Survival Frieza, just basically remove the Mecha Frieza, and I prefer your LOE team. Now let's get to good. Let's see the team he has. This is a Saiyan team, and this is a movie team. Amon is 9-star, he said. Okay, so movie, 4 green unit. Maybe remove Super Gogeta and add like the purple superhero Piccolo or something like that, because you have 4 green unit. I mean, Super Gogeta is fine, but purple unit are gonna be super annoying versus you, and they're gonna do a lot of damage, and you cannot counter them since you have at least 3 in the battle. Maybe if you can have, for example, this Piccolo who is in B tier, he's gonna be fine. And you're gonna have a lot of Blast movie character, Path to Power Goku. In A tier, you're gonna have, let's see, good. These guys are good, but Mega Rising, maybe you don't have them. New Metal Cooler can work. You can work in Blast or Strike teams. You can have, of course, the Blue Metal Cooler. Where is he? And it's gonna be fine. Basically, you're gonna have Amon here, and your Goku, your Gamma, your Red Frieza, and the Pan versus Gotenks. You're gonna be fine since you have Goku Super, and that's basically it. For Saiyans, what I would do, I would just remove this yellow Goku, remove him and put the Goku from the other team, and you should be fine. And maybe remove this Raditz. He's okay, he's good, but if you want someone better, you can. If you do not, you can use the Raditz. But for sure, I will remove the yellow Goku and put the God Goku. Now let's get to the next team, and it's gonna be GT. So this is supposed to be a Strike GT team. I mean, it's an okay team, but 2 7-star unit, 3 characters below 9-star. I'll probably remove one of the LL. You're gonna have Ultra Gogeta 4. You're probably gonna use Ultra Omega, and he's gonna give you an extra Ultra ability since he's gonna be Fusion Warrior. And maybe remove the Blue Goku since you have already Blue Sin Shenron as your Z tier. But just a warning, the Blast GT team is much better. But from what I see, do not have the Zenkais like Yellow Vegeta, and so probably go with Strike GT. And your 2 Z tier, I don't have Ultra Gogeta, so I cannot put him. And I can have these 2 guys. I think it's a good team. Just have a C equip on everyone. You don't have the C equips right now, so yeah, have like this, and you should be fine. Let's put back the green baby, which is here, and try to friendship your team. And it's a good GT team. I would put Omega here if you want a Strike team. He's okay. He gives some allies support and key recovery. He's gonna be tanking fine with 30% damage cut. He heal himself. If he goes below 50%, he can give some support. So he's gonna survive well, no problem. Now let's get to the next team, and he wants to use LOE. I mean, there isn't any issue with the LOE team. If you want an extra high boost unit, you can use the Blue Metal Cooler, since you have already the Revival Frieza, and you're gonna Zenkai above him. And Metal Cooler is pretty tanky, he's not gonna be a big issue for surviving. So probably add this Metal Cooler instead of I would say Purple Frieza probably, and you should be fine. You can also add the Zenkai Full Power if you are worried your Yellow Angel Frieza might die. He's only 8-star, and he's gonna Zenkai buff him instead of the First Form Frieza. But yeah, basically I would remove First Form Frieza for Metal Cooler or the Full Power. Maybe try to 9-star this guy because he's not gonna be the tankiest. Now let's get to the next team, and it's gonna be Soyu. So I just looked at both teams, and I think Blast team is much better. You said you have Red Frieza, so what you can do is add Red Frieza to your team, keep Gamma as your healer, keep the Roshi as your HP buffer. Since it's a Blast team, it's gonna be better than Pan for HP buff. So you're gonna have these 2 guys. You're gonna have this God Goku, but I don't have him, but let's put just the free-to-play green God Goku, I guess, since well, he looks like him, so we're gonna put him here. And for your Z tier, I'm gonna keep this 2 guy as Z tier because we're gonna have too many greens in your main team. And we're gonna go back to Saga from the movies. You're gonna have Metal Cooler as your S tier. You can have this Green Cooler as your second S tier if you wanted to. He's gonna work pretty fine, actually as your third S tier, since Roshi is also S tier. So you're gonna have triple S tier if you wanted to in your team. And you're gonna have Metal Cooler, Green Cooler, and Roshi. You're gonna have 2 Z tier, 2 A tier, and you should be fine for a high rank, of course. I wouldn't use the Green Frieza as your other Z tier because it's not really worth it. If you do not have this cooler, and if you want to be safer, just bring your Green Super Gogeta. as a Zenkai buffer. If you do not want to use Green Super Gogeta and want a little bit higher tier character, you can bring this Green Cooler, who is actually really fine in a Blast movie, and he's gonna do the work for you. That's basically it, and that's what I would actually do, and you should have a very high boost or very high score with that team. Now let's get to the next one. It's a good strike LOE team. Maybe just the Z tier, I would change them for the red Frieza actually, and yeah, that's basically it. I think it's a good team. You have some red to cover your purples. You're gonna have Shield for Zenkai buff, I believe, and I would use this two as Z tiers if possible. That's basically it. Now let's get to the next team. Way too many blues for my liking. You need to remove a couple of blue units. Your Z tier are fine, just remove the blues because you're gonna struggle versus green units very hard, and you do not have any purple to cover them. You probably need to remove some of them. Let's see, Majin Buu Saga for your Z tier. You have the Dabura and the Trunks, which is Gokey. You're gonna have your red healer, and it's gonna be here, the red guy, not G tier of course, and you're gonna have him here. Maybe remove a couple of blues. Let's see who is S tier, who can keep. Let's go to S tier, Majin Buu Saga. Keep this guy, he's gonna be fine. Maybe you can bring the Videl if you want to, but if you bring the Videl, you're just gonna add the Budew as your other S tier, your other blue, sorry, not S tier, and that's enough for blue units. You're gonna have 3 of them, and it's gonna be fine. Just the rest bring some good unit. Of course, you have the Fusion Super Vegito that you can bring instead of Videl if you wanted to, but not with Videl. You can bring this guy if you want. And I think I gave you some advice last week for some character to use. You can go back to that and use the same advice, to be fair. And is there anyone good in A tier? This guy is fine if you have them high star. And that's basically it. Just do not have that many blue. Replace these 2 guys with some good character you have. Red Gotenks is good if you have him. The LL Purple Ultimate Gohan, if you want to cover for them some blues, you can have him too, and he will be fine. And let's get to the next team, which is gonna be Prince here, and he's gonna have a movie team. So I looked at your team, and you need a couple of chances, but before, let's talk about the Z tier. For the Z tier, this guy is fine, very good Z tier. As the second Z tier, I wouldn't use Vegeta since he doesn't have the movie Z ability, and I'll probably use this Bardock if he's above 9 star. If he's not above 9 star, I'll use this Bojack if he's above, and if he's not, maybe this Vegeta, because well, basically you do not have the others at a good star level. After that, you're gonna remove the Roshi. He's blast based, already have 1 HP buffer, and it's not the best to have too many ranged up unit. You can use Roshi instead of Pan, but don't use both of them. I would advise Pan because she's very good in strike based team. If you want boost, you can use Roshi, but basically Pan is better for me. After that, you can have the Great Saiyaman if you wanted to as a Zenkai buffer for Pan, but you also have this guy who does a lot of damage, and I actually prefer him than Great Saiyaman for the damage. The team is gonna have enough support. Now in the last spot, I would advise a green unit, and that will be LL Goku. I do not have LL Goku in my team, but if I had him in my box, sorry, I would put him here. And if you do not have LL Goku, maybe you can use someone like Magenta, who is decent. You can also use this green Dragon Fist, who is pretty good, and he's fast enough to attack Buu tanks. And that's basically it. When you fight the Buu team, maybe switch out one of them for the green Frieza, and he's fast enough to attack him too. Now let's put back here, put LL Goku. If you do not have this guy, you can put your Great Saiyaman, of course, and it should be fine. Or you can put a purple unit, which is the Goten here. If you do not have Goten, you can put someone like Ocha Broly. You can put the new LL Metal Cooler. You can put even this Tapion could work. and that's basically it. Now let's get to Twitter, and we finish with Discord. I looked at your team and I made a couple of changes. I would really recommend a healer, and I wouldn't use that many low star character, because this Roshi, I know he's an HP buffer, he doesn't tank very well. He might die on you, or he will go low HP and you want to bench him, then all your other characters are gonna be screwed. So having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 character below 9 star is really bad. Plus you have the LL Path Goku, or you want there is another 6 star LL Path Goku. So I wouldn't recommend it. Use this Piccolo, he's much better. Use your Amon, he's S tier and he's pretty good. I put here Gogeta, he can Zenkai buff him, and he's gonna be another fast green unit, which is good, and he's gonna have 15% damage cut. You can do extra damage versus PO, which is very nice versus, for example, the what's his name, the Butanks or the Boo fight. And if you do not want to use him, you can remove him, that's fine. If you want just an S tier unit, you can put this green cooler, and he's free to play. He's pretty good in terms of supporting allies and damage. They're gonna have 25% damage if there are 4 movie character, which he's gonna have, and he's gonna have 10% key. He's already having a high key recovery. You add that 10%, he's gonna be pretty fast. If you have LL God Goku, you can use him, it's fine. I would use a healer, even if he's strike based, it doesn't matter. He's gonna be very important for your team. And you're gonna have the Roshi here. You're not gonna depend on him too much with the healer and a much higher star team. For Z tiers, I'm gonna use the Bojack as a second Z tier. He's pretty good. He has 20% damage cut and the bubble shield. If he's 9 star for you, I would use him. Bardock is fine. If you do not have the Bojack, maybe you can use the Green Frieza. He's strike based, but he's gonna be okay. If he's 9 star, he will do the job. If you do not want to use a Z tier and you want to use another S tier, you can just pop the Metal Cooler here, the blue one. You can have the Green Gamma, and that's basically it. I would just use Metal Cooler, and like that you're gonna have at least 4 S tier, 1 Z tier, 2 A tier, and 1 non A tier character. But don't worry, if you have the Bojack high star, he's gonna be fine in battle. Now let's get to the next person, and go back like that, and it's gonna be Elui slash Frieza Force. I would just replace the Metal Cooler, the EX, and the Chill, to be honest, and just replace him with something else. Let's go to Elui and Frieza Force and rebuild your team really quickly. I talked about some Elui Frieza Force teams earlier. It's gonna be the same advice basically. You're gonna have this 2 character here. If you have the red Metal Cooler, use him. The Zenkai is gonna be fine, and he's gonna be an extra S tier, and he's gonna be better than the Metal Cooler here. I would say if you do not have him, just remove him. And for A tier, I think that's why you are using Chilled, but I'm not a big fan of him. If you want to use a good A tier, use the Green Cooler, he's much better, and he's gonna Zenkai buff your other Green Cooler. Other than that, maybe do not use A tier. You can also use this new Metal Cooler if you got him, and he's gonna be fine too. Now let's put the Green Cooler back, and let's get to our healer in C tier, which is gonna be the Revival Frieza. And at the end, I'll probably use the Yellow Angel Frieza if you have him. If you do not have him, you can use this Full Power, the Ultra Frieza. You can use the other Full Power Frieza. You can use well, this Full Power Frieza is better than the other, so this one I will prioritize. Then you can use this guy if you do not have anybody, and the best one is probably gonna be the Yellow Angel Frieza if you have him 9 star or higher. That's basically it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Have a good one, and goodbye.